Hi guys, so I'm back. Anyways, I just got off work, finally got some energy because I had a Coke and I had my dinner. So I only eat 2 meals a day, breakfast and dinner. So sometimes after work I'm starving. And I finally got caught up on my rest after my long trip back to San Diego. So tonight, I wanted to do it tonight because, let's say I might not have time on Monday. I'm going to try to do a video on Monday, which is my day off. But I'm packing on Monday too, and my caretaker's coming over, and my other caretakers. So I have like several people in my life that take care of me, including my ex-boyfriend used to, but now he's my ex. So let's not get into that. You don't need to know that. Anyways, so tonight I wanted to talk to you about sanitation for your wheelchair for COVID-19. It's very important, and the reason I'm so concerned about COVID-19, let me tell you why. I got the swine flu when it was out in 2000, I want to say 8, because I feel like it was 2008 when I got it, because I was home I had a surgery on my hand. So I have Kingbox disease. You can't see it. Hang on. So there's a little scar. Hang on, let me get it real close. So I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, if I do that, you can. So there's a little scar on my wrist. It's called Kingbox disease. And what happened was I was walking around with a lump on my wrist for 3 years. So technically, I guess I have a really strong body. I don't know. But technically, I have health issues that kind of go longer than they're supposed to. So not only do I have cerebral palsy, but I also have Kingbox disease in my right hand. I have a no bladder, no gallbladder. Sorry, no gallbladder. Sorry about my dog. He's a little upset. There's a lot of people coming in and out of our hallways. And unfortunately, there's a lot of homeless people that come through our hallway too right now. So, anyways, that being said, I have Kingbox disease in my right hand. I have no gallbladder, and I have had surgery on a malrotated kidney that I was born with. That was the ureter was being pinched, which was causing blockage for 38 years. And let me tell you about that one. That one took 4 years to discover, and I kept going in having this pain, and of course we found out one of it was my gallbladder, so they removed that. But then the funny part was, after the surgery, they said, oh, the pain's gonna go away. So I'm like, well, the pain's not going away. And I kept going back to the doctor and pointing to it, and they kept going, oh, you're having ghost pains. Ghost pains is when they remove the gallbladder, but the gallbladder still feels like it's there and your body still goes through its episodes. And come to find out, let's see, I think it was, I don't know what night it was. I just remember going to the bathroom and like all of a sudden getting this pain that like shot me out of my chair. It was like so bad that like I went to stand up and it threw me on the floor. Like, and it was funny because, well, it wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny because, like, for some reason, my right arm was stuck in the toilet. Okay. I was face down on the floor in between the wall and the toilet, and my arm was stuck up in the toilet. And, like, I was, like, down on the ground. So, anyways, the ambulance came, they helped me out. Anyways, so it was funny because of the position I was in. But they found me, and then they're like, are you okay? And I'm thinking, yeah, but I'm like, no, I really got this pain. And all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm like, this really hurts. And so I went to like ER, and like ER took a picture of it, of course, and they sent me home. They said, no, nothing's wrong. And 2 days later, I get a call saying, you have an emergency with your kidney. You got to get it taken care of. So they thought it was a malrotated kidney, which it was. So they went in to do the surgery. It was supposed to be 2 pinholes. 2, okay, with a stent. I wake up with 8 stitches later, and they come to me and they're like, you had a little more going on. And I'm thinking, and I said, well, I kept saying that because I kept going, no, you're gonna find something more. So anyways, that happened. So, and now I have to have a surgery every year. So that's why, even though I'm an essential worker, I only got back to work 3 months after, is because 3 months ago I was in surgery the week before COVID hit. So my birthday came and I celebrated the week before. Don't tell me why, but for some reason I celebrated the weekend before. So I hung out with my best guy friend, and then I hung out with my boyfriend, and like my boyfriend came over for my birthday, and it was a great time. I was making some Vans shoes at the shoe store when I get this phone call saying, surprise, you're having a surgery on Friday. So we go in, and it's supposed to be a day surgery, but because after they get done, well, you'll see, because I'm going to film that next time. Next time I have a surgery, you'll see it. But what, anyways, so they did the surgery, and then, like, I want to say 2 months late, like, no, it felt like 2 days later. Anyways, get home, and all of a sudden, I think it was the next Saturday, maybe it was a week, I can't remember, but it was super close. And as it's coming closer, all these things are like, coming up. Like all these things are like starting to develop. And I'm like, wow, that's really weird. And then they shut down San Diego. So when they shut down San Diego, we were like, okay, do I go back or do I not go back? Or what happens because of cerebral? Whereas born with cerebral palsy, we weren't sure, because cerebral palsy is a muscle, it's cognitive and muscle. It's like it causes your muscles to be voluntary and involuntary. So sorry, I'm having a long conversation about this, but I think it's good that you know all this. So anyways, that's why I didn't come back that soon, because they had to figure out like the CP and everything going on. And I have what's called a invasive urethra dilation every year because for some reason, like even though I have had this surgery and everything got fixed, it still like holds fluid and they don't know why. So anyways, and this leg, my right leg, for some reason puffs up when it's really bad and then it like unswells when I have the surgery. So we have no idea. They can't even tell me why it happens. So apparently I'm healthy. Everything's great, wonderful. But I'm back to work, and the reason I wanted to discuss this is because, of course, I had the swine flu. So back in 2008, I had the swine flu. It was really bad. I took, precautions, and I helped my mom out too because she had it too. So we had to go through it together, and I threw some suggestions out, and actually it helped us out. We survived it. We're great. It was really bad, and the reason I laugh is because I think of it this way. The reason they call it the swine flu is because the headache was so bad that you rolled around on your bed like a pig, like a swine. So that's why I think they call it the swine flu. How I survived it was, okay, you drink lots of fluid, but not only that, it's very important during any kind of virus or any kind of sickness. And I learned this from an ex-boss of mine because I used to travel like a lot for my one job. So I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to hang on, Mexico. It's like I can't think of the name right now, but it's in Mexico. It's the Cancun, sorry. Cancun. I've been to Cancun, I've been to San Francisco, I've been to Palo Alto, I've been to Los Angeles, I've been to California, I've been to Florida, I've been everywhere. Not just for my job, but I do love to travel, and I've been everywhere. So, and I loved Costa Rica. So in Costa Rica, I went up to 4,000 feet in the air. We went to a place called Providencia, and we volunteered to help build a school. So for the less unfortunate. So that was fun. So anyways, so that's why I wanted to share my expertise. I can't guarantee that it'll help with COVID, but maybe it will. That's why I'm so scared of COVID, because I got really sick this year too, and it lasted from I want to say a week before Thanksgiving through February 11th, 2020. And the reason I know February 11th, 2020 is because that was when I finally went to the doctor and went, okay, this is a virus. I've had it like 3 times. Like it's not a virus anymore. It's an infection. So if you get something over and over, what they say is a virus usually goes away. But I think when it repeats, it becomes an infection. So I went to the doctor. It was a respiratory, upper respiratory infection. RIP is what they called it, or something like that. And then a possible starting of ear infection and a bladder infection. So they gave me medicine, and I got over it within 2 weeks, I think. It really made me tired, so I slept all the time. Anyways, so I got better, and So I want to share some knowledge about sanitation and disabilities and how to prepare for it, and some tips that I've been using every time I get sick, because I've technically, with like help from my caretakers, I've lived technically I've lived on my own for like 15 years. So like I lived on my own in Los Angeles. So I loved it. I had a caretaker. I have everybody I needed. I had 2 caretakers. They were great. One of them was a health expert. And I've had really good jobs. Like, I always have a job, and that's another thing. I'm sorry I'm going off the fly, but I want to have one where I discuss how to get a job too with a disability. I've had jobs all my life since I was 12, so I want to help guide you in getting a job as well. But let's get back to sanitation. So it's very important to sanitize and wear your like protective gear. So my protective gear during work is I always wear a sweatshirt and jeans. That way, in case anything's in the air, it hits fabric. I read up on it today. They said that it still attaches to surfaces. They don't know how long it lives. Well, they know it's 2 to 3 days mostly, but they don't know if it's live, meaning they don't know if it's still active or not once it hits the surface. So it's still there, but it may not be active, but it may be. So you want to be aware of that. Always wear your mask. And I'm going to demonstrate how to wear a mask. If you have a wheelchair, and I'm going to lift up real quick. If you have a wheelchair, it's very important, and here it comes. It's very important to sanitize your joystick. And the reason is if you have an electric wheelchair, you always want to sanitize this. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to take antibacterial wipes, or wet ones will work too. I do this every day. So I do this like I'm insane. So I do this like all the time. So I'm gonna lower a little bit so my head's still in the camera. So you see my joystick. Hang on, let's see how we can do this. Okay, so you see this. And what we're gonna do is, okay, so say you came in from outside, because I do this all the time. So I touch doors. The minute I come in my house from touching a door, I literally do this. I take this and I take it and I put it over my joystick and I turn it off and I go like this. Actually, I did this one first. I wipe like this. And I wipe the whole thing. Like, I mean, I wipe. Okay? I wipe this, I wipe this. And this has already been cleaned. I know I'm wasting a wipe, and I'm thinking about that right now as I do this. I'm thinking about wasting my wipe for a video. Anyways, so I throw that in the trash, and then usually I'm up close to my sink, but since I've already disinfected it and needed to show you, that's how I do that. And then I thoroughly wash my hands, which I showed you in the video. And then at night when I come in, if I've been out for a long time, or if like I feel like I've been around a lot of people, I use this. Hang on, let me turn around. So I use Listerine every night to rinse my mouth every morning. Every morning, every night, hang on, I can bring this down now. Every night, every morning, I do Listerine in my mouth after I brush my teeth. Every night I take a shower, and I wash my joystick, and I wash my hands, which I have a hand washing video, so if you need to see that, you can flip through and see that. I don't need to demonstrate that, I feel, because I've already done that. But I do that all before I take my mask off, because I feel like the minute you take your mask off, you're exposing yourself. So, I read up today also, the main thing about COVID is that it's airborne. So it's like an aerosol can. So say someone sneezes and they're walking away, and it's, you're only like steps behind. Their sneeze goes into the air, sprinkles down on you. So that's how I think of it. I also, when I'm on the bus, if I have to hit a button or anything, hang on here, show you what I do. I use my sleeve. I wear a different sweatshirt, different shirts every day. I wear different clothes every day, even though it's said that they don't know if it sticks to clothes or not. I still like to wear different clothes every day because I'm like really like weird about it. I also have a different mask for every day. So every day I change my mask. There's not a day that I have the same mask. They're always, if you see me with them, they're washed. And I use reusable masks. So, the one I'm going to share with you is one that I used yesterday. Of course, I didn't do much because I went out and literally walked my dog, and that's where I used it. So, let me demonstrate how to put on a mask as well, because that's important. And when I show you, don't put them down here. People do that all the time. That's letting those things in your nose. So it eventually picks up COVID. If you're around and you don't know it, it can pick up COVID. So, and, it's just, you don't want it. I don't know if I've had it, but you don't want it. So, and I'm really glad that they came out with masks. It's like I was telling my mom earlier, I wish that they would have had masks like earlier in our lives, because I love them. when COVID is over and they have a vaccine and everything, I'm still going to use it because every time someone breathes in my face with sinus breath, I get a sinus infection, or I get a cold, or I get sick. So that to me is like, oh my gosh, where were these all my life? So, and I don't know why people are having problems with breathing in them or stuff. I love them. I can breathe in mine. I can function in mine. In fact, there's one of them that I love so much. I thought about sleeping in it, okay? So they actually like calm me down for some reason, and I feel like sleeping in them. So, anyways, so that's how that is. So let me demonstrate a mask for you, and that will complete this video of sterilization. So all it is washing your joystick, washing your hands. If you've been out and about, use also rubbing alcohol and put it on a cotton ball, rub your face with it if you feel like you need to. And Listerine with your mouth, rinsing your mouth out. Also, I also use hydrogen peroxide on my toothbrush, like more than I usually use it. So I used to use it just to whiten my teeth. See, and it's a cheap way to whiten your teeth. But you can't do it all the time because the dentist will tell you that it will eventually yellow your teeth. So to keep that from happening, what I do is I wash my toothbrush with the peroxide. I put the toothbrush under the sink and I rinse it with the water, and then I put my toothpaste on and brush my teeth. If I feel like I've been exposed or something, I'll put peroxide on the toothbrush and put it in my mouth. But because I have like problems with my CP, sometimes swallowing things, so I prefer to do it that way so that I don't swallow anything. But that's that. So let me put on a mask for you with limited hand use. So here you go. Oh, and if you're riding a bus, here's something I learned. I was using my sleeve that I showed you, but you can also tell the bus driver where you're going and scream at them to remind them of your stop. That's another way to avoid touching anything on the bus. Like, we're lucky because we have our own seat. So that's fine. So let me put this mask on for you. Let me remember what side is what. Oh boy, now I don't remember. Oh Lord. Oh, I hate this. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so this, hang on here, let's see. There's the nose, hang on. The nose. I had this all figured out yesterday. I'm proud of me. I was proud of myself. So, yeah, okay. This way, you have to look at the nose. So this is the way it goes on. So, here. Okay, so you tuck it under your ear like this. Oh. Hang on. It's really it's really, really difficult. So here's this. Here's this. Ah. You have, hang on. You have your mask on. So this is the way you wear your mask. So, wear it. Love it. Like it. It's your best friend. It's going to save your life. So, that is wearing your mask, and if you have gloves, if you have gloves, you can wear them too, but, they're saying it's better to wash your hands because then you don't, cross-contaminate. But if you have glasses, wear them too. They protect your eyes. So, there you go. I wear my glasses too. So I hope you all have a great Saturday night. I'm going to go bike 10 miles at least. And then I'm going to take my shower and go to bed. It's time. So it's time for me to get ready for my next day. So have a good night, everyone, and enjoy the video. Comment, like, share, do whatever you want. I hope you like this. And I'll be back with more someday. Probably Monday. I will think of something. And don't worry. We'll still get into fun stuff. I might have a surprise for you tomorrow. I don't know. So, you never know with Whitney what she's gonna do next. So, have a good day, everyone.